As of Wednesday, China had completed over 22 million vaccinations, according to the National Health Commission. China is also continuing work on 17 vaccines. 15 of them have entered clinical trials, including phase 3 trials in over 6 countries. CGTN's Liu Yang talks to the head of vaccine research and development at China's COVID-19 Prevention and Control Group about the clinical trials and efforts to boost existing vaccines against virus mutations.
Experts say China was the first country to carry out phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials, and the first country to launch phase 3 clinical trials. How do you know it is safe when it's developed so rapidly?
我们是在4月2号的时候，全球第一个。
Since February of last year, China's vaccine R&D working group was established. On December 31st, the inactivated COVID-19 vaccine of Sinopharm's China National Biotech Group was approved for conditional listing. Our research and regulatory branches were working simultaneously. Even as the vaccine development process was accelerated, safety was not compromised. The procedures and standards were not reduced. While considering the safety and effectiveness of the vaccine, we also fully considered its accessibility and affordability. The storage conditions for vaccines in China, whether it is an inactivated vaccine, an adenovirus vector vaccine, or a recombinant protein vaccine, can be stored at a temperature of 2 to 8 degrees Celsius. This is very important for developing and underdeveloped countries. This is China's contribution to the world's fight against the epidemic. The safety of the vaccine was obtained through animal experiments, phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 clinical trials, and finally verified through large-scale population use. At present, we have already vaccinated more than 13 million people. All adverse reactions were monitored and tracked. The data so far showed that serious adverse reactions accounted for about 2 out of 1 million persons vaccinated, while the abnormal reactions accounted for 6 out of 100,000 persons.
Some say the data from China's COVID-19 vaccine trials lacks transparency. What are your thoughts on this?
Because
China controlled its epidemic situation quickly, the entire phase 3 clinical trials of Chinese vaccines were carried out overseas. Whether it was in Brazil, the UAE, Mexico, Pakistan, Russia, Peru, Argentina and other countries, the phase 3 trials were done jointly by the Contract Research Organization, CRO, and the partner country. Each set of data derived is released by the Contract Research Organization. There is no possibility that China can conceal data.
The coronavirus is constantly mutating. What challenges does this present to R&D, and what are the plans to deal with the virus as it changes in the future?
The coronavirus is mutating every day. Researchers all over the world are conducting studies on that. Judging from the current situation, the existing vaccines can protect from the other virus strains. Of course, we must also guard against the constant mutation of the virus. We obtained the virus strains in time from the UK, South Africa. We neutralize these virus strains with human serum that has already received the existing COVID-19 vaccine. At present, the effect of neutralization is relatively good.